on vinyl community, welcome to another video with the record spinner, and look who is joining me once again, the CD player. Let's face it, it's because I heard that you guys watch my videos in the first place. But anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be doing a segment which is a little different. This is something I've actually been wanting to do since I started this channel, and it's called Recall That Memory. And what exactly is the meaning behind this segment? When it comes to buying and collecting vinyl, I think everyone can agree upon the fact that each record has a story linked to it. And I mean that in the sense where, like, you remember exactly where you were when you bought that record, what was going on, who were you with, what, like, your first time listening to it, things like that. So that's safe to say that with every record here that you see on my wall, that can't be seen on in the row above, there's a story with it. So what Sam is gonna do, she's going to be pulling random records off of my cubes. She's going to show it to the camera so you guys can see what album it is. I'm going to be looking away when she's doing this. She's going to show me the album, and I'm going to recall exactly what was going on when I purchased that album. So let's get started.
Okay.
Pick the first one. I'm not looking.
Oh gosh. Okay. Da-da-da.
Am I ready?
Yes.
All right, this is actually fun. Aha, yes. So, Humble Pie, Rockin' the Fillmore. So, right off the bat, I got this for a killer deal of about $20 from elusivedisc.com, regularly priced at $35, which is a good steal. But the one thing I remember about this album, and this kind of links to when I was a kid, because my dad had a storage unit in our hometown, and he would just have stuff, you know, in storage there. And he had a bunch of albums, and this was one of those albums. And one of the things I remember vividly was, like, granted, like, I remember the front cover and the back, but I couldn't stop staring at the gatefold. Like, I just kept looking at all those photos, and I remember, like the die-cut center holes for the labels and such. And, like, back when I was a kid, I never even listened to this album before. It was only years later, as I became a young adult, that I actually listened to this for the first time. And it's just a great piece of, you know, bluesy hard rock stuff recorded over at I believe it was the Fillmore East in New York City. Fantastic live album, Humble Pie's Rockin' the Fillmore. A lot of sliding.
Wait.
Try my best not to look. What is it? What is it?
I don't know which one is the front.
You got me this.
Did I?
Yes, you did. All right, so right off the bat, John Denver is an artist that my girlfriend and I bond over immensely. So this was actually a Christmas gift that I got from my girlfriend, and usually when it comes to her, like, getting records for me, because, like, I'll be like, Amazon wishlist, which is where a lot of my, like, vinyl wants and needs are, she'll pick something that has, like, some sentimental value to us. Yeah. So out of what's on my list now, that's going to be quite interesting when that time comes around. But luckily, at the time, there was some John Denver on that list, and she went ahead and picked that up, and we actually did listen to this together. I remember, I think I made dinner one night, and then after that, we just laid on my bedroom floor and listened to this album.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic, wonderful memory.
Wait a second. I have my eyeballs on one.
Oh boy, what do we got?
One particular.
Oh boy. Not looking. Am I ready?
Yes.
Of course. I see. Minds think alike. Okay, so. All right. I feel like this video is going to pertain a lot to our relationship, as you can tell. So, the first time that Sam and I met, I was wearing a shirt which had this album cover on it. And she probably thought, who the hell was this wacko? But Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson. Perhaps the most important progressive rock album ever. This particular pressing, this is the 200-gram reissue. I actually got this with my high school graduation money. So this is dating back to, like...
Oh, that's special.
Mm-hmm. So, like, 2015 I got this. Honestly, if you have not heard this album... Granted, if you're watching this, you probably have listened to this. But if you have not, you're missing out big time. This is probably the most important progressive rock album of all time. And granted, I feel like that's such a cliche saying, but it really is. If it wasn't for these guys, prog would not be a genre. It's thanks to these guys that they got the ball rolling.
Okay.
What we got? What is this? Beatles 1. What a wonderful compilation. And also,
Wonderful.
this was my introduction to the Beatles.
Aww, I'm picking really good ones.
It really, yes. So I remember my dad got a DVD copy of A Hard Day's Night, and I was really like into the film. And I'd also seen like Yellow Submarine when I was in like the 3rd grade in school. So this was like the first Beatles product I ever bought. I bought it on CD. This is the 2015 remixed edition. I picked this up at the Books A Million that I was working at the time. And I think during my last week of working there, because I went back to the FYE that I've been at for years, I was kind of on a manhunt to just pick up anything and everything that I could get my hands on. So I went ahead and picked this up. And this is honestly a fantastic compilation. All the #1 hits. What more can you ask for? Fantastic.
Who the heck are the Oneaters?
Got it. Those are the Oneaters. No, the Wonders. Got it. Looks like the Oneaters. If you haven't seen That Thing You Do, you really need to watch it. It's a fantastic film.
Oh, no, I like this one. Don't look.
If it's something regarding our relationship, I will not be surprised.
It's not.
Okay.
You're done.
Let's see. Yes. As Sam calls them, Tall Boy. Jethro Tull's Aqualung. My dad actually is a rather big Jethro Tull fan, and anytime I listened to them, like when I was a kid, it's thanks to him. I remember getting this record vividly. So this is the Steven Wilson version, which comes with a nice booklet and the remixed album in stereo. It's a fantastic sounding pressing. I remember I got this. It was just, I think it was about a day after Black Friday in 2017. And your family had its own Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
With all your family there, with your aunt singing that one. What was it? What did your aunt sing?
Rapper's Delight.
Yes. And I remember...
And none of them knew the words.
And I remember, like, I knew that this was waiting for me at home, so after I left your house and had a nice late Thanksgiving dinner,
yeah,
I unboxed this and listened to it, and it was
waiting for me at home.
It was absolutely fantastic.
I couldn't wait to go!
So, fantastic record, Jethro Tull's Aqualung.
Resist the suffering of listening to Rapper's Delight.
I mean, it was great.
Okay.
Nice. So this is Halestorm Into the Wildlife. So, I do like Halestorm, a great modern rock band from Philadelphia, relatively close to where we live in South Jersey. So, I mainly picked this up as a sort of souvenir for working the Rock Allegiance Festival in Camden back in 2017. FYE was one of the vendors for the festival, and we had like a mini pop-up shop, which was kind of like a mini record store almost. We sold CDs and records, but we predominantly sold stuff of bands that were going to do signings with us. And so like you would get a wristband and you sign up with the FYE membership, and that guarantees you a spot in line to do like a little meet and greet after or before a certain band set. Mm-hmm. And Halestorm was the one big signing that we had that day, and I think that was the one signing we sold out of. And I was manning the line, which was like getting outside of the main venue, which, by the way, that was the first time that I realized that if you wear a shirt with the word staff on the back, they treat you like God. So, but I remember I picked up the vinyl copy of this album. This was their latest album at the time for myself, and then I got a CD copy for my dad because he's a big fan. And luckily, when the whole signing was said and done, the lady that was running at the whole FYE portion of the festival had them sign it when they were all done, and that's exactly what I have. So you can see the signatures there.
The glare is a little bit much,
yeah,
but you
some are
can
in
see it.
like some are in black, some are in
See?
silver.
Oh.
Yeah.
The footage is reversed.
Yeah. So there you go. We'll do one more. Let's make it a good one.
Oh no.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
see how we're gonna end this video. Oh boy, what do we got? I freaking knew it! When you blew the kissy face, I knew exactly what this was! So, this album here, this is This the Life We Really Want by Roger Waters. This is his latest, latest studio album. And, yeah, I mean, this is a great record from Roger. Now, I'm not too fond of his other solo stuff, but upon hearing this, I was very impressed with it. There's bits and pieces which sound like a great long-lost Floyd record. And, of course, if you know, like, Roger Waters' era Pink Floyd stuff, it's loaded with the sound effects. It's loaded with everything. I mean, I can only imagine what this album sounds like in surround sound. It's a fantastic record. Deja Vu is classic Roger Waters territory. Picture That is a fantastic one. That's probably one of my favorite songs on this. Smell the Roses, Wait for Her. It's a special song for us. And also, when it came to this album, because I got this from Amazon on the day of release, I actually waited to listen to it with Sam because she has a crush on Roger Waters.
Big time.
And we had also seen Roger live that summer when this album came out, when he did his Us and Them tour.
Heck yeah.
Did 3 nights at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. We went the first night, and then I went the second night with my parents. That first night was absolutely phenomenal. The second night, there was a guy that kept standing up in front of me, and he was irritating me and my family, so it kind of took it away a little bit, but no bullshit when I say the first night was better was also because you were there.
And also because we got, like, secondhand high.
Listen, we don't partake.
No.
We're going to be honest, but let's just say when the house lights hit, the aroma went. Big time. So there you guys go. That is Recall That Memory. Great stories to tell when it comes to buying and collecting vinyl. So I don't think anything like this has been done in the YouTube vinyl community. So I'm just trying something different. And if you're watching this and you thought that it was rather cool and interesting and might be something that you want to do, grab your closest loved one, companion, significant other, whatever. Have them pull some records off some shelves, show it to the camera, and tell some stories. So,
but also, if you want him to do a part 2 of this, put it in the comments and maybe give some suggestions of which shelf to grab from. I don't know. But if you like it, just drop it in the comments down below.
What did you guys think of this? Please shoot me a comment down below. I'd love to know. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. And most importantly,
keep the record spinning. Dun it, dun it,